What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. I am coming to you again this morning, March. Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. It is 9:23 in the AM Eastern Standard Time. We're coming to you live this morning. We've got a lot of things to cover here in about 15, 20 minutes. We're going to be checking out the opening bell for the Dow Jones. Futures on the Dow Jones sold down quite a bit. I got the TV running right over here, just off camera, waiting for news to pop up on that. But The futures were down a bunch overnight, so we are anticipating another down day on the um, on the Dow. So it'll probably open and immediately halt based off of what I'm seeing. Um, Let me go ahead and pull in here. Hey, Rosebud Silver, how's it going? Ding, ding, ding. Welcome, sir. Welcome. I am feeling quite a bit better. I'm almost back to 100%, which it has taken me almost an entire week to get over um, the suspected coronavirus since I was not eligible to get tested. Um, there's no telling that that's what I actually had, but um, the Marion County Board of Health here in Indianapolis, they did reach out to me. Um, Yesterday afternoon to make sure I was feeling okay. So I did feel pretty good about that. But we're still real lack of testing here in Indiana. So hopefully testing's going a lot better for you guys and where you're at. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the markets and see where we are at. Gold is down currently at 1507.81. Silver also down heavily at 1225. That gives us a ratio of 123.06. Other metals markets. Silver Gopher. Hey, welcome, sir. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Um, Rosebud Silver says that his wife's just getting over flu B. Well, she feels like it might be turning into pneumonia. Yeah, that's what I was really worried about. I pretty much all of my symptoms are gone. I don't really have much of a fever anymore, but I still have a little bit of tightness in my chest. But other than that, feel pretty good. So, other metals markets, platinum is currently at $630. It is down. Palladium also down, currently at 1640, and rhodium is down heavily at 6500. You guys that watch my channel, we talk about rhodium every episode, every morning we talk about rhodium, and it was what, a week ago that rhodium was at 13,000. So, maybe a little bit longer than that, 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, it has lost literally half of its value in just maybe 10 days, not even 10 days of trading. So, copper is down heavily. Copper is currently at $2.18. That is down from where we were just a month ago at $2.62. Aluminum is down slightly. It is currently at 72 cents. And over the last 30 days, we are down from a high of $1.28. That was a spike, though. I don't necessarily consider that a full amount, I would say. Crude oil is dumping even further and is dropping as we speak, guys. Crude oil barrels are currently at $23.84. I don't know the last time barrels of crude oil been this low. I don't have any of that data directly here in front of me. So we'll have to look further into that. But yeah, I mean, guys, as soon as Russia and Saudi Arabia are able to work out their differences in pricing, then see that price going way back up. I mean, it will, as soon as they work out whatever issue they have, we'll see that jump $15-20 over the course of just a few hours, probably. So, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. I know that's why a lot of you guys are here. We got the opening bell happening here in just about 15 minutes, I believe. The Dow Jones posted a gain yesterday, and it's already cycled off there. The Dow was up over 1,100 points yesterday. It closed out at 21,237.38. And the Nasdaq closed up as well. It closed out at 73.34.78. Both of those markets are going to open down sharply to where they're probably going to halt trading for the first 15 minutes of the day. David Carlisle says, send me a barrel of crude oil. I have a credit card. Cash is king, man. Sorry. You'll have to come to my house and you have to hand it to me in person. You'll have to shake my hand. So, so yeah, we do anticipate those being down sharply. So that's what we got this for this morning. As market is opening, we'll be able to report on that. Bitcoin is currently down. It is at it's just down just ever so slightly. Actually, it's made a quick bump just here in the last 5 minutes. It's currently at 51.9682. In the last week, we are down almost $2,700 in Bitcoin just in the last 7 days. Yikes. If you guys trade in the Utah Gold back, they are currently going off at $2.80. All right. The Dow, let's see, are we open? Yep, they are open. The Dow is currently down 1,281.83. S&P is down 137. The Nasdaq is down 415. I'm rolling through Bloomberg here. Apple is down 4.5%. General Mills down 3.5%. FedEx is down 3%, but it looks like it is fighting. So we actually did not have a stoppage here at the beginning like I thought we might. So very interesting. I was pretty sure that we would, but they are reporting stocks plunge. Let's see. Bloomberg's reporting that shares in racehorses are also down. Oh, hi, Chippy. You want to come say hi to everybody? Oh, just say hi. Look over here. Look over here, Chippy. Oh, all right, Chip. Come on, up, down. All right, November 2001, there was a crude oil dip. Yes, thank you. Chip, come on, stay down. Let's see. Things are happening too fast for the apps to update. So, let's see. Seems like it was not that long ago when you were telling us that if it was $50 a barrel. Yeah, I think it was maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. We were talking about $57 barrels of crude oil. So, hey, Jonathan Reese, welcome, sir. We're just sitting here talking about the markets, travel woes. Let's see. Oh, we got now they're reporting all airlines are of course down as well. So I did see a report speaking of closures and things. And that sort. I did get an email this morning that PCGS is closed. So if you have coins that are in PCGS's network, you might not be getting those back for a while. The email was not super clear as far as uh, when they would be back open and grading coins again. So we'll see. I'm sure they'll keep us updated. All right, Rosebud Silver, take care. Have a good day at work, man. So, and he was saying that it was the summer of '99, not 2009, that we saw the dip in oil. Yeah, I do remember a dip during that time. Back in the late '90s, early 2000s, I was actually a district manager for Marathon to Ashland Petroleum, and managed several gas stations here in Indiana. And so I do remember when gas was, I think the cheapest I bought gas for during that time was under $1. It would made it really nice because I had 5 gas stations that I managed, and one of those was about almost a 2-hour drive away. So I was pretty happy about that. So let's see what they're talking about. Oh, they're talking about job losses, looks like. The Dow is down 1,192 points currently at 20,097. So, Majestic Sounds of Coins, welcome. Yeah, I haven't seen you around for a while. So, welcome, sir. We're just talking about the opening bell and where we're seeing things go. So, let's do a quick spot check on silver and gold while we're at it. Looks like our gold silver ratio is at 123.18. Silver's down to 12.21. Let me get a chart on that for you guys. And the last 24 hours, we have seen the high was 283. That looks like that was probably right around midnight. So, yeah, of course, we are seeing a pickup from where we were just a couple days ago, Monday, when silver decided to take a big old fat dump early in the morning and got down to 1190. We're getting back into that territory, close to it, but I don't see it going down that quick. Well, as we speak, it's down to $2 or $12.10 an ounce, and that's going to bump the ratio up, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and get a quick refresh on that. Sorry, I use multiple apps, and JM Bullion is who I use for gold silver ratio on their app, and it is. I hate when this does not show up. So their app is actually quite a bit behind, I think, on actual metals prices, and that's to kind of, for the frequent trader, I think kind of helps to keep people from purchasing on huge dips. Okay, Kitco is where I go for most of my metals, and they're reporting back up to 12.23. So it might have just been a real quick blip there. So, well, we got a small break in the action. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're adding to the stack today. Beefy bar. Everybody loves a beefy bar. This is an A-Mark beefy bar. I picked this up 2 weekends ago at my monthly coin show, the 71st Street Coin Show here in Indianapolis. It might be that's where I actually picked up the beer virus, because there's a lot of crusty old men that go to those shows. So, yeah. So I sold off my American Silver Eagle Enhanced Reverse Proof, Proof 70 that I had. I got $1,500 for it. I did buy several items above. 2 weekends ago, you can go back and look and see. I posted a video right after the show of what I picked up with the $300 that I took to the show. But then one of the things we didn't talk about was what I bought with the $1,500 that I got. So I did get a few pickups while I was there, and this beefy bar is one of them that will be going in the stack. This was one of the things that I picked up. So this is each one of these are serial numbered. It's got a serial number on there, A053479. All right. So I do like that. Everybody loves the beefy bars. I don't have the rest of them out. Dow Jones, real quick. They got pulled up. Dow Jones is under 20,000, currently at 19,976. 65 is down almost 6%. NASDAQ down 342. It's down just shy of 7,000 currently. So, yeah, Silver Gopher loves the chunky bars. Beefy bars, beefy bars. So, I think this brings the total of beefy bars I have in the actual stack up to 8 or 9, I think. I'd have to pull out the safe and look and see. So, let's see. Copper's down below. Copper is tanking. I'm not sure exactly why here. Let's pull that up. Let's take a quick look. See. So, at about 2 o'clock this morning, looks like copper started going way down. It was at $2.38 earlier, and it is currently at its low for the day of $2.18 a pound. So copper is really starting to slump. We are about to see. Let's see the markets back over 20,000. Currently at 20,096. It's definitely rallying quick. Yeah, gaining. Like it. I don't know if you guys want to check that out or not. I don't know if I can get that on the TV or not here. Whoop. So this is what we're seeing. So you can see those numbers move quick. Those are big jumps. I remember watching this when I was little, and those numbers would move just a few ticks like every minute. And now you see it's moving, 15, 20 points every couple seconds. So pretty cool. I mean, not necessarily cool if you're heavily invested, I guess. You're probably waiting for a big turnaround. So, all right. Let's see. Jonathan Reese says he needs a chunky bar. The biggest I have are 3-ounce rounds. Yeah. The beefy bars they're harder to find. When I first started stacking, I used to when I went into coin shops, I would see these all the time. And, I wasn't interested in them because I was like, I don't want to spend $200 or $190 on a bar of silver, and didn't make sense to me. I'm like, I want coins. I want American Silver Eagles. I want silver 1-ounce silver bars. I was like, I don't have the budget for 10-ounce bars. Well, after a while of stacking, I bought my first 10-ounce bar, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is a super easy, cheap way to transport and purchase a lot of silver. So the last bars I picked up, that bar I picked up for $175. That was when silver the spot value was like $17.30. So if we go into silver, let's see if I can backtrack that just about a week and a half. Yeah, when I purchased that, It would have been like the 6th or 7th, so that would have been, um, yeah, 17.30, 17.25 would have been the spot value. Um, so yeah, it was. I got a great deal on them, and I even paid. Guy sold me a Engelhard 20-ounce bar for just uh, $200. I think it was 195 bucks. Um, so yeah, I was pretty pretty pumped to get silver that close to spot. Now we look back and it's like, oh, that was $5 ago. you know, just over the last, you know, let's see, one, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. This is the eighth day of trading since then, and we've lost $5. That would be over, let's see, that would be 26, 27, 28%, 28, 29% actually. Um, so yeah, it's rough, but we keep our heads up, guys. See, the president's dropping 1 trillion into the economy. There goes my grandchild's trust fund. Yeah, if you're relying on your government for your grandchildren's trust fund, I think your trust is in the wrong spot. So I wouldn't even rely on the government to be able to give me Social Security in 25 years. Um, let's see what else we got going on in the chat. Jonathan Reese says the last time I went to my LCS, they had a 5-ounce ASE. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't seen those before. Clearly, that's probably an aftermarket copy, I'm guessing. Just I don't. I'm not aware of the U.S. Mint ever making a bill or an ASE in 5-ounce. Right. The markets are still down, but they're not dropping anymore. That's a plus sign, I believe. Let's see where we're at. Some of these other markets here. Let's see. Carrying Terry Kellogg, welcome. Yeah, your pawn shop has 10-ounce bars and he wants $200 for them. Is that like super recent, like just here in the last day or two since we saw the massive sell off, or was that last week when we were in the middle of it? Um, Jonathan Reese says um, he would never buy gold and silver from a pawn shop. I've been to pawn shops before looking, but never found anything at the pawn shops around where I live. Not even to like get a price on something. So yeah, I'm not even sure what the pricing is going to be like at pawn shops if they did have something available. Um, let's see. Carrying Terry Kellogg has an American flag on it. It's my first time holding a 10-ounce silver bar. Very cool. Let's see. Um, they also make one that is a half pound of silver, so the 8-ounce version. So actually, um, on troy ounces, you're at 12 ounces a pound. So 12 troy ounces equals 1 pound. So that 8-ounce version is actually going to be like 2/3 of a pound. A 6-ounce would be a half a pound on troy. Uh, so carrying Terry Kells, that was a week or two ago. Yeah, actually, $200, probably, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. $200 actually was a pretty good deal to get on a silver bar, 10-ounce silver bar. I considered myself really, really lucky to get in on a silver bar at $175 when spot was one or 17.35. So, you know, I got the whole bar for $1.50 over spot. So I don't have a 10-ounce American flag. The pawn shop has one. I got a 1 gram American flag. Yeah, the fractional silver, if you find the right deal on it, you can actually get you can get a good price on it. So hey, step stackers in the house. Welcome, sir. We'll get you up on the screen. Stock markets plunge at open. Yes, sir. Unfortunate. So we are back down. Looks like we're nearing 20,000 again. It is dropping, dropping. Okay, so currently it is down 5.6%. It's down 1,192.92. And the NASDAQ is down 4.5%, down 330 at 7,472. So let's see. Bold precious metals are selling and having no shipping issues. Seen that last night. Bold precious metal. I'm not familiar with them. I'll have to check them out. I'm not in a position right now where I unfortunately can buy anything even online. Um, so I guess it's part of my quarantine. So is my wallet. So, Step Stacker says he's driving. So I'm glad you could join us. Don't wreck. You might spill your drink. Let's see. Let's do a quick spot check on silver and gold for you guys again. I like these these live streams in the morning. It's kind of nice to have you guys come in. We hang out for a little bit. So gold is currently down $21. Get over here. Pull up J and Bullion here. Gold is down 21.83, currently at 1509.28. Silver's down 46 cents at 12.27, giving us a ratio of 123.04. Platinum down even more. It's down $31, currently at 637.51. Palladium down 79.53, currently at 17.29. Guys, I think today might be the day, maybe tomorrow, but definitely by the end of the week that we're going to see palladium prices back under where gold prices are, which is what we've always seen. So rhodium prices obviously are taking a big old dump right now. It's still showing at $6,500. It's lost 50% of its value over the last 2 weeks. So let's see, the sell-off on copper looks like things are coming back slightly. Copper's currently $2.20. Aluminum is at 72.5. So, Siren Silver Stash, welcome, sir. Welcome. Let's see. So, I'm trying to see if there's anybody here in the chat that I actually need to talk to about prizes. I got a bunch of unclaimed prizes here, folks. So, I've got two guys that were previous winners of mine, Eric Silver Singletary and Cristobal Longoria. Those guys won giveaway of mine last week. So their prizes are in quarantine. And out of all the prizes that I gave away on Step Stackers, Eldorado 13 live stream on Sunday, where we gave away over 8 grams of gold and 2 ounces of silver. I still have all of this. All of this is still left unclaimed. Bags and bags of gold and bags of silver. Let's see. Dove Season 91. Canine's Best Friend. Dan Keller. Gibby's Treasures. Silver Nitrate. Maximus Stacker. And Stephen Parsons all need to get a hold of me at IndieGuy at 711 or IndieGuy711 at gmail.com. You'll need to send me your addresses so I can get you guys your prizes. Actually, from Stephen Parsons, I need to know which prize you actually want. So, let's see. Hey, Justin Moody, welcome. David Carlisle's here. Welcome. So, guys, I am getting restless being at home and being trapped inside. I went out to the trash can yesterday. It's the first time I'd been outside in like 2 days. Um, so now that I'm feeling better, I'm really kind of on the fence on what I want to do. I can't go do anything because everything's closed. What are you guys gonna do? So, um, yeah, just bored. Yeah, so I want to know how you guys are passing the time. Let me know down in the comments. How are you guys? Any of you guys self quarantined? I have been quarantined as kind of a pseudo mandatory. I phoned in Monday. I called my county board of health, and they asked me to um, stay indoors for 10 to 14 days. I called the Indiana University Medical Center. Talked with the doctor there. They have a coronavirus um, Skype line that you can talk to a doctor. And, they said 10 to 14 days as well. So, kind of a self quarantine. I'm kind of on the fence on whether I want to go buy a cup of coffee today because I did not have any coffee in any of my provisions, any of my prepping. I did not have any coffee, and uh, I am jonesing. I'm really jonesing. So I've got one beer left too. So that's a real problem. So guys, what's going on with you guys? Are you guys in self quarantine? How are you guys passing the time? Also, most of the restaurants here, or all the restaurants here in Indianapolis, and I think pretty much nationwide now, are closed to dine in, drive through only in most cases, or curbside pickup. Most of the restaurants here are still allowed to have curbside pickup. Um, so the theaters I saw where AMC's closing all of their theaters through the end of the month. Purdue University came out this morning. Mitch Daniels, who's probably one of the most beloved governors that we've ever had here in the state of Indiana, he's actually the president of Purdue now, and he's canceled commencement ceremonies for Purdue this year. So let's see where are we at with the markets. All right, so silver's starting to rebound some. Gold is as well. Nice. Gold's at 15.14.52. Silver's at 12.38, giving us a ratio of 122.35. So let's go back to the chat and see what everybody's saying here. Jonathan Reese says he's not quarantined yet, but I'm staying inside regardless. Very good. Very good plan. As speaking from the standpoint of somebody who's gone through having the coronavirus, it is not to be trifled with. Trust me, guys, you do not want to get it. Siren Silver Stash says they have a curfew. Oh, is it an 8 p.m. curfew, 10 p.m. curfew? Be interesting to hear more about that, Siren Silver Stash. So, Justin Moody says he's still working at the grocery store. Very well. Yeah, those grocery stores, they have amended hours now here in Indianapolis. David Carlisle staying home. This is Siren Silver Stash's last day at work. I luckily have a job where I can do most of my work from home, other than forklift driving. So probably 80. Currently, I can do about 75% of my work from home. I'm still waiting on some files to get delivered to me from my office, so I can do about 95% of my work from home. Let's see. Silver Siren said, Dwayne Roberts, welcome, sir. He says first priority is beer. Yes, you are right. Yes, the first priority. I do have a pretty extensive wine collection as well. So last night I got into a nice bottle of plum wine. But that is one of my last bottles of plum wine. So I'm going to have to stick it out. I've got some dessert wines there in the fridge ready to go. for later today when I'm off work. 5 o'clock can't get here soon enough, huh? Let's see. Silver Siren, Siren Silver Stash. Boy, I have a hard time with that every single time. I'm sorry, Siren. Um, he says he has backup instant coffee. Yeah, so I have a Keurig, but I haven't used my Keurig in probably at least a year. I got tired of buying pods for it, and I have one at work too. I have one in my office at work. I stop every morning at the gas station around the corner from my house, and I buy. Um, I get a cup of Get Go coffee. Um, you know, I know a lot of guys that live out on the West Coast. You guys go nuts for Wawa, which is that gas station chain you guys have out there that sells sandwiches. I guess I've never personally been to a Wawa, so I don't know. But here in Indianapolis and in central Indiana and southern Indiana, we got Rickers BP, Get Go. That's all one thing, and they all have restaurants in them, and they make the best chorizo breakfast burritos I've ever had. They have great sandwiches. You can get a lobster roll at the gas station. Now, I know that's kind of rolling the dice, but they are pretty good. They are worth it. Um, it's probably like the stuff the mud vein they scrape out. It's probably what they get a lot of that in there, I'm sure. So, Basehead Rock OG12, welcome, sir. We are doing fine. I'm feeling a lot better than I have been. Let's see. Got to run. Silver Gopher's got to run. Everybody stay safe. Yeah, take care, Silver Gopher. We'll see you. All right. So Siren Silver Stash says that the curfew is 10 p.m. where he lives. Or you don't have to give full details on where you live, Siren. But East Coast, West Coast, Northeast, Northwest, Midwest. We don't have a curfew here yet, so I don't know if we'll go that far. Ohio and Illinois have kind of been dictating the direction that Indiana's been going. They're about a day ahead of us as far as what they want to do. So, let's see. Silver Step Stacker says he's still with us. He's just driving. All right, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate those watch hours, that watch time. Let's see. Siren Silver Stash says I'm supposed to be at work at 7 a.m. What? So I guess that means you're probably West Coast, I'm guessing. Because it would be 7 a.m. where you're at. So it's 10 a.m. here in the far western reaches of the Eastern time zone. So the fun fact in here in Indianapolis in the summertime on the longest day of the year on June 21st, our sunset here is not until after 9 p.m. It is stupid, ridiculous. Like there's still like a little bit of daylight out, like well past like 9:02, 9:03 when the sun sets. It is crazy bright out on the longest day of the year. People forget to stack alcohol, cigarettes, and coffee. So, yeah, I think that is really actually really important. Maybe we should talk about that for just a second. So as part of my prepping, I do have alcohol and cigarettes, and you better believe I'm going to be getting some coffee as soon as all this is all blown over. But I buy. I shop at Meijer. There's a Meijer like a half mile from my house, so I shop at Meijer, and every time I go there, I go back to the alcohol section, and they have like the half fifths, like the smaller bottles of nice premium alcohols for good sale prices. And so I'll stock up on those. I'm not stock up, but I'll buy 2 or 3 at a time, and they're generally going to be in the $10 to $15 a bottle range. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I do still vape, which in a shit hit the fan scenario, this is going to be worthless because you're not going to have a good way to keep these charged if there's a power down situation. So I do have a couple cartons of cigarettes in my preps, and if anything, it's good for trade. You run across a guy that's got something you want that's a smoker and he needs something real bad. Um, you better believe you're going to get a premium for something like that. Chippy, come on, Chip. Right on the live stream. Come on, Chippy. Come on. Get down, sweetie. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, boy. Chippy. You stay down. Stay down, Chipotle. Come on, stay down. So I also buy Fireball. You can buy, they sell, I think it's either 6 or 8 packs of the little shot bottles of Fireball for $1. It's I get them for $5. So I think there's 6 in there because they're just under $1 a shot. So there's 6 in the pack, and you get them for $5. Great deal. So yeah, those are great things to add to your stack for sure. So, or to your prep, I should say. John Reese, we do not have we don't have minute marts here. The Rickers BP Get Go is probably the most prevalent chain that we have here, of the shops that have the delis in them anyway. So yeah, Siren Silver Stash says he is in no hurry to get to work, and I don't blame you. Yeah, Carrie and Terry Kellogg agrees. He says, don't blame me there. So, turn the cat around. Basehead Rock OG12S says, well, I'm in Houston, Texas area. Mostly everything is still open, just running out of product on the shelves. So it's starting to get a little crazy. Yeah, so my mom, I talked to my parents last night. They live west of Indianapolis. And my mom had gone out to Walmart yesterday afternoon and said that it wasn't busy, but the shelves were definitely bare. There were some big sections of shelves that were empty. She had to buy my dad. My dad enjoys cheap frozen pizzas. They don't even get the DiGiorno's; they get the Jacks, which I don't know why you wouldn't buy Jacks at Menards. Menards is they sell Jack's pizzas at Menards hardware stores for like $5 for $9 right now, I think. So you can't go wrong there. You can have an entire meal for under $2. That's all I ate when I worked at Menards. I worked at Menards for 9.5 years, and that's all I ate almost every single day. Was I'd buy a pizza and cook a pizza, and it's the cheapest way to eat. Can't even eat a McDonald's that cheap. But my dad ended up having to suffer through a Paul Newman's pizza yesterday because they were all out of Jacks and they were all out of DiGiorno's and all the other good stuff. So, let's see. Let's see. Waiting for an email notification to go. There we go. Let's see. Jonathan Reese says I could buy the cheap gallon wine, cheap gallon bottles of whiskey and vodka and tequila. Yeah, so I buy full bottles or big bottles of alcohol while I'm there. Cheap vodka that it has so many other purposes other than drinking. Medicinal purposes, cleaning purposes. there's a lot you can do with vodka other than consume it. Uh, Consuming it is one of my more favorite uses, but there's a lot of things you can do with it. Disinfecting wounds, cleaning surfaces. I don't know what proof you have to have in order to kill COVID-19, but I would imagine somewhere it's got to be between 80 and 100 proof with most vodkas are. So let's do a quick spot check. It looks like the Dow is holding steady, guys. So it's down, but it is what it is. So, all right. Let's see. Gold is at 15.73. Silver is at 12.43, giving us a ratio of 121.98. Woohoo! We're heading in the right direction. Other markets, let's see where we're at. Platinum down at 632. Palladium down at 1677. Copper is working its way back up slightly. It's at $2.20. Aluminum's going to push back over 73 cents soon. Barrels of crude oil are back up. Still down for the day. Don't get me wrong. They're up from where they were. It's currently at 24.13. Dow Jones is down 1,048.08, currently at 20,189.30. The Dow Jones, Nasdaq's down 286 at 7,048.35, and the S&P 500 down 117.39 at 24,1180. So that is where we are at there. Let's see what the chat's saying. That will be the next thing off the shelves, pizza. Won't be able to find it in 10 miles. That's a very real possibility. Jonathan Reese says, I wish the ratio would get down around 30 to 50 to 1. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. Yeah, I think we're past the days where that's a possibility, unless something very, very drastic happens. Whoa, Carrie and Terry Kellogg, we just became best friends. Carrie works at a Hungry Howie's. She's the boss there. Hungry Howie's is one of my favorite pizzas. Get me a bacon cheddar cheeseburger with the hot Cajun crust seasoning. Ooh, get me some Cajun bread. Yeah, buddy. That is the best. I am jealous. Super, super jealous. Yeah, if you guys don't have a Hungry Howie's in your area, you are missing out. The butter garlic crust is pretty good too, but the hot Cajun is my fave. Let's see. Jonathan Reese says he's going to trade in his silver for gold if it does happen. Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that you need to consider when stacking is what is your tip point? What ratio do you have to get to in order for you to say, all right, this is where I'm going to trade in at? And it's very smart to have that number in mind well before it gets there, because you don't want to be second guessing yourself when it gets there. For me, my number is somewhere around 55 to 60 to 1. That's where I'll start trading in. It's not too low, but it's certainly lower than any point that I've seen since I've been stacking. I've only been stacking for a little over a year. So, hey, Native Stacker's in the house. Welcome. Native Stacker, welcome, welcome. So, let's see. Jonathan Reese says, I only have a little over 50 ounces. So the ratio will need to be low to trade. Yeah, but also keep in mind, I mean, you're going to be keeping adding to your stack. I mean, we've got a long, long way to go before we see the ratio we ever get to that point. I mean, you're talking about, there's something has to happen industrially for silver demand to skyrocket to where that ratio will even out. I doubt gold will come back down to the levels that we would need to see to get that to. one thing I speculate with silver a lot is two things really. One is in the near future, here within the next 5-10 years, the demand for silver will absolutely skyrocket. We all call silver a precious metal, but honestly, it is a precious metal that has heavy industrial uses. Um, you know, every single solar panel has silver in it. You cannot make a solar panel efficient without silver. So every single solar panel is going to have silver in it. You need a lot of silver to produce a lot of solar panels. And with places like California and Texas and Florida that have gone heavy, heavy, heavy into solar farms, that trend is only going to continue. And we're finding out here in Indiana, our, um, coal and gas are still king here. But we actually have huge wind farms in northern Indiana. If you ever traveled on I-65 between Indianapolis and Chicago, if Step Stacker's still here, I'm sure he has driven past it 100 times. The wind farms that are along I-65 on the way to Chicago, those are turning out not to be as efficient as what people thought they were supposed to be, and it's not the cheapest route to go either. You need large, vast areas, flat areas where you can control solar. And northern Indiana could be a potential for that. We don't have a ton of sunny days though, which is the problem. It's windy. That's why the wind farms there. But so it's um, the demand for solar panels is only going to increase as states and power companies um, um, give more credits for solar. So, that's going to increase. Tesla cars, lots of silver goes into those. I don't know the statistics on how many ounces of silver goes into a Tesla, but I'm sure there's got to be at least a half a pound of silver that goes into Tesla. Let's see. Jonathan Reese, let's see. Jonathan Reese says he's stacking to pass on to his son, but if I can get him some gold, that would help him out. Yes, it would. I agree, definitely. Gary and Terry Kellogg, all my silver and gold's going to my kids when I'm gone. Yeah, same here. Most of mine will be for my retirement. But I have it set up already to where both of my kids are very, very well taken care of in my passing. So, I don't necessarily have to worry about passing on a whole lot of gold and silver to them unless that's something that they're into as I get older. I would love for my kids to be into stacking. My daughter, she kind of gets it, and she's got some silver. I think her stack, she's got around probably 7 or 8 ounces of silver now. She likes buying the ASEs that have the colorized fronts on them. So let's see. John Reese says that even his yoga pants have silver in them. That very true. Yeah. So that is not even kidding. That's a real thing. There are socks that have silver in them. There's definitely clothing that has silver in them, and it is for odors. So, let's see. Almost every Jonathan Reese says almost everything has silver in it. Actually, yeah. I mean, every electronic has silver in it. Cell phones, one of the number one things. And the other point that I was going to make before was the other reason why I see silver demand going up is we throw away a huge amount of silver every year. Every year we throw away tons of silver. So cell phones, you got your cell phone. There's not a lot of silver in this. This is an iPhone 10. You would need about 1,000 of these to get enough silver to get a pound of silver. You get a pound out of about 1,000 of these phones. Now, older phones that are a few years older than this. This phone's actually already a couple years old, but older phones, 4 and 5 year old phones, you only need about 750 phones to get a pound of silver. Um, and uh, older phones than that, you maybe only need 3 or 400 to get to get a pound of silver. So you think about how many cell phones you've owned over the last 20 years. I mean, I've owned a cell phone for over 20 years. And I think about all the cell phones I've had. I hold on to my phones for a while, but I mean, I've probably thrown away my original Ericsson phone. I threw away all of my Nextel phones that I had. I mean, I had the gigantic brick Nextel phone. That sucker weighed 2 pounds. Uh, Best cell phone I ever owned, though. Clear as a bell. Probably because it had so much stinking silver in it. I bet you I threw away an ounce of silver inside that thing. So the batteries inside the phones have so just think about how many phones you've thrown away. Let's say you've had a phone for 20 years. You've had cell phones for 20 years and you got a new phone every 2 years. You've thrown away 10 cell phones. You average that out. There's a good possibility you alone have thrown away an ounce of silver just in cell phones. Let's not even talk about the home computers, all the gold and silver that you've thrown away in home computers over the years. It's got to be ridiculous. I mean, my parents go through a computer every 2 years. And we've had a computer in our house since the early 90s. Ridiculous that how much gold and silver has gone into landfills. So I feel like there's going to be a huge industry here in the next probably 15, 20 years of landfill mining, where people will buy old landfills and actually go through the trash and pull out the metals. Um, you know, Once the prices of precious metals rebound, there's a certain tipping point at some point in the future where the prices will become so ridiculous that we can't afford not to mine a landfill because we know there's going to be gold and silver there. You don't have to go to Alaska to mine gold and silver now. You don't have to go to Australia. You won't have to go to South Africa or Georgia or Arizona or California or any of these other states that have a lot of gold. You can literally go. I can go to Twin Bridges landfill in Danville, Indiana. It's one of the largest landfills in Indiana. It is scheduled to close within the next 7 to 9 years. They're going to turn it into a ski resort when it does close. It's that big. But there's so much gold and silver buried underneath there. In 8, 9 years, they may decide we can't afford to put a ski lift up here because we're going to make more money opening up the landfill and digging out all the gold and silver. So yeah, I think that that's just my humble opinion as a commodity strategist. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Jonathan Reese says there are wind farms all over in southern Oklahoma. Yeah. Yep. Large tracts of flat land. Yeah, that's where you find those big windmills at, and lots of oil fields. Yeah. Let's see. Carrying Terry Kellogg's reporting that they're putting up solar panels in their city. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are you in Michigan? I think so. I think you're in Michigan. Basehead, just keep going. I remember when I had 50 ounces. Now I don't know how much I have. Got into 90% silver, and it's just got out of my hands. I don't even try to keep up with how much I have. Just keep buying. That's right. Yeah, just put the throttle down, man. Just get hammer down and give it hell. Just keep, I used to keep tabs on exactly how much I had and what I had. And as I started purchasing more and I started giving away more and I started selling more and trading more, it would be a part-time job to try to keep track of what I have. So I can't, there's just no way anymore. So, Um, let's see. Majestic Sounds of Coins. He says he's close to 5,000 ounces now. And wants to be at least 50,000. But I'm sure I will get there if I stop buying slabs. Yeah. Um, I go through times where I'll buy a slab and um, I think, "Oh, I gotta have that slab. It's so cool." And I mean, I have a PCGS membership. I got my PCS membership just because of the American Silver Eagle enhanced reverse proofs that came out. Um, so yeah, that's even a slipperier slope because you get all these coins. You're like, oh man, this one's really nice. I should send it off. And then, you can be into a coin for 50, 60, $70 pretty quick when you send it off to PCGS. So I've got a penny that I want to send off. And just for sentimental reasons, it's one that I pulled out of a roll when I was working at Marathon Ashland. And it's a 1957 penny red. That's in great, great shape. Probably would grade out at a 66 or 67. Um, I know I'm going to spend 45, $50 grading it. Um, but I'm, I'm going to get a coin back that might be worth 10. So really it's just for me, but yeah, I agree. Majestic. It's a slippery slope when you go into like a coin shop or a coin show and you see a bunch of cool slabs lined up. It's tempting, very tempting. Let's see. Where I see, I just jumped on me. Basehead says a kilo of silver goes into every smart car. Wow, a kilo of silver. That is impressive. A lot of those little smart cars are ended up in landfills too. So let's see. Native Stacker says he gave all of his grandkids silver for Christmas. Yeah, I gave both of my kids gold and silver for Christmas. Each one got a ASE slab coin and a gram of gold. So let's see. Carrie, Carrie and Terry Kellogg. I got a bunch of circuit boards from computers and others. Yeah. So I've watched a lot of videos on that, and that's a lot of work, but man, you can get a lot of gold. You got to process a lot of computers, but you let those chemicals do their work, and you can walk away, let it do its thing, come back and wash it all out. So, um, let's see. Carrie and Terry Kellogg says they won a 5-gram gold bar from the amateur investor. Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. Has he been doing any new videos? Um, oh, you haven't gotten it yet. Ooh, yikes. Um, yeah, I haven't seen any videos from him lately. He was really going pretty hot and heavy for a while. Um, look and see. Let me look him up real quick and see if he's got anything new. I haven't been super active in following a lot of the channels lately, so I apologize if maybe he has been. Um, let's see. Amateur stacker. Or it's amateur investor, isn't it? Sorry. I know this is riveting uh, viewing for you guys. Amateur investor. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like maybe his channel's gone dark. Yeah, it doesn't show that he's got any has no videos. So I'm not sure what happened there. So Well, interesting. I'm not sure what happened. He was rocking and rolling. He was a up and coming channel. Enjoyed his content. So it's weird. I wonder what happened to him. So, all right. Been like 4 months. Yeah, yeah. Amateur invest. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure. Well, he was charismatic. I'll give him that. But yeah, he hasn't posted anything in a while. Looks like he shut his channel down. So, um, yeah. So Carrie and Terry Kellogg, you guys won the Christmas giveaway, that 5 ounce bar. Let's see. Uh, oh, silver nitrate. Welcome, silver nitrate. You are on my list, buddy. You are on my list. Grab a pen and piece of paper. Write this down. Indie guy 711 at gmail.com. You need to email me your address because oh, silver nitrate. Silver nitrate's got a gold back and 2 dimes coming to him due to your Blanco El Nino at the silver the step stackers Eldorado 13. You got blanked, and so all contestants who did not win a prize were getting a gold back and 2 dimes. So you'll need to email me indie guy at 711. Sorry guys, I have not had any coffee in like 3 days, 4 days, and I am getting all flustered. Indie guy 711 at gmail.com. Make sure you email me silver nitrate. I'll send those off. All prizes are in quarantine for the next 2 weeks because of my condition. Even though I feel a lot better than I did, I am still in quarantine myself. I can't leave the house. So, but as soon as I'm out, those are going out. So, guys, keep an eye on the post for that. All right. Let's see. I have a government phone, so I don't know about the Instagram thing. Okay. Um, Looking at the silver charts, silver nitrate says $10 is the next step. Let's take a quick look and see what the spot value is. All right, spot price is currently at 1238. So we are up from where we were at the beginning of the broadcast. So gold is at 15.10. That gives us a ratio of 121.84. That's a far cry better than what we were at. So we're making small gains. Let's take a look at the Dow, see what's going on there. We are rallying. What? So the Dow's only down 873 points currently. Been open for almost an hour. It is currently at 20,364.38. The NASDAQ is down 215.36 at 119.42. Boy. Copper's back down under 220. It's at 219.6. Aluminum is still down. It's 72.7. So I know. Talk about coffee crash. Exactly, Basehead. Yeah, silver nitrate. I hope you had fun Sunday night, man. That was a lot of fun over there at Step Stackers channel, man. Had a ton of fun over there. So let's see. Native Stacker says, don't you have someone to drop a bag of coffee off on your front step? Oh man, yeah, I need some fresh stuff. I need some good stuff, man. So we'll get that. We'll get there. So, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and head out. I've got to get back to work. So let me sign off. Just say, guys, stay the course. 1,000 points of light. Don't panic. This is going to be over soonish. I think we'll see this hopefully wrap up in the coming months, and maybe by June or July, life will be back to normal. We'll see. So, guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you happen to appreciate me, make sure that you do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button down below before you leave. If you happen to be new here, I did see a few new names over in the chat today. Welcome. Guys, I'm still like 95%. I'm not giving you all the energy yet, but I will be back soon, and you're going to want to be back for that energy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner. Bing bong, so you can be notified of when new content is coming out. I've been IndieXP from The Independent Experience, and I'm here once again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy. Have a good day, everybody.